For some immediate context, I haven't actually watched or played RMC in practically since its launch, so I'm very, very out of touch with what actually goes on at RMC in terms of how, like, what the content is or how people play. But I was watching a round today, and I just thought it was really interesting. This is not like a Nuki Spectate. I can't commentate on things I don't really understand, but this was just a pretty usual, I guess, like CM13 style, like tug of war. A few caps every now and then, a few Xenos dying. The Marines are given an order to pull back, which is also pretty standard. But something I thought was really interesting that was going on here was that the Marines had this very, I mean, you can just see based off the resin walls, they had a very clean strip of land where, I don't know, there's at least 20 or 30 of them, somewhere in between, probably more like 20. But they couldn't actually properly retreat because they were cut off with, I mean, this path is actually fairly clear to go through, but their main way of retreat was through here, which was completely encircled by Xenos that were already pushing up to their forward cades. So this was, I mean, you can already see just some context of previous battles that happened here based off dropped equipment and stuff. But this is a really, really widespread encirclement by the Xenos here, and trying to show off comms on the RMC Spectate is basically impossible because there's so many chat messages in this just to how many players there are. But the fighting, I mean, it's just general fighting. But once they actually start going on their retreat, things look good. They start getting through. I mean, other than parasites jumping on people because they're pulling through Xeno territory. But things are looking great, but a large majority of the group has come back, and the Queen shows up. A few manage to get past their own, like, resined-in cade wall, but there's so much gap here that the Marines didn't fill in that it's kind of just no man's land here. You see great boiler poison gas spreading out, and it's just utter chaos. Marines did a decent job of actually getting the first group of people out, but the rest of the Xenos realized, oh, well, there's 10 plus people actually trapped here. So they had pushed through, the Queen pushed us through, and I feel like I actually just see people say bye-bye and stuff like that. But yeah, these people, some of them kind of get away a few feet away, but not before they run off into random directions, get stuck by parasites, literally committing suicide before getting taken by a parasite. Is this like a top tier RMC moment? Probably not, but I just really thought the push through this area here with the Xenos collapsing on it happening so quickly and in so, like, I don't know, just real time, that it was really interesting to watch. I've actually never spectated an RMC round, so I've never really seen it from this perspective, but I mean, I really like CM13. I have no reason not to play RMC other than the fact that I barely played this game anyway. But yeah, no, this is certainly not the greatest video ever made, but I really enjoyed that. I don't know why. It just looked cool to me. How do you not love just the, like, cadence of the audio of RMC14, watching this many players coordinate together, all of different Xenos with different abilities, Marines of different jobs, different weapons, different equipment, different skill levels, all kind of just mashing together in this one massive fight. I mean, obviously, the spoil the rest of the round, this much loss of life was practically the main reason for the Marines' loss. They weren't doing too hot before this anyway, but yes, the Marines don't win this. Don't really know. I don't really have the commentary skills to commentate the rest of the round, unfortunately. I think I'd have to dump a few hundred hours in RMC or CM13 to really give you better commentary. Yeah, this is a video. I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna ramble on forever. Have a good one.